Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. John Tron Davidson here from Heavy Repping again, and I am in the office today doing improvisation as part of the Improvisation Series. Now, improvisation has been a very, very, very big part of my musical life since I first started playing, and I remember the reason why and how I got into it was we used to have this stereo in our bathroom back in the house we used to live in Scotland when I was about sort of 14 or 15, and it had 4 radio bands on it, like long wave, medium wave and AM and FM, and it had this huge dial at the side, and you could turn it and get all these sort of in between sounds, and I always found that really interesting. Now at the time I didn't understand what that was, I didn't really know what it meant and all the rest of it, and when I got into playing guitar, that curiosity about sound sort of stayed with me. Now when I got into pedals at first, and I got a Zoom 505, those of you who remember the 505, great piece of gear. I mean, in hindsight, obviously, we can look at it and go, oh, it's a piece of rubbish. But it was, for many people, it was their first experience of stacking effects. It was their first experience of chaining pedals together, of having multiple things all going at once. And for me, being able to stack reverb on fuzz, on delay and all the rest of it, and not know how the sound was going to come out, I always found that really exciting. So all of the music that you hear in these improvisation series really is that. A lot of it happens when I've been playing I film maybe half an hour, 40 minutes straight of playing, and I take 6 or so minutes of that. Now this week I've done it slightly differently, by just as I press record, I've played a riff and gone, so then I will play that riff again, and that will become the foundation of everything that happens. Now the beauty of improvisation is that it's both freeing and trapping at the same time, if you let it. So there's 2 ways to improvise, and at least in my book. So there's free improvisation, which is completely free, where you just do whatever, especially when you're playing on your own. Group improvisation is slightly different in the sense that you can do whatever you like, but within the context of what's happening in the group. You listen to what else is going on and you accentuate what everybody else is doing, and that makes it a really exciting experience. The other way of doing it is to do performance as composition, and I kind of straddle those 2 lines. So when you're improvising, you're building a piece without necessarily having a verse-chorus structure. You're building a piece of music. Now that's really exciting because you don't know how it's going to end, you don't know where it's going to go, and part of the enjoyment and the excitement of that is being able to recognize when to expand, when to contract, and all that sort of stuff, especially if you're playing with other people. When I played in Strange Deeds, which is my ongoing improvisation trio, there'll be a link for that in the description below. When we started out, we were all over the place. I was playing bass, my good mate Michael was on piano and Tom was on drums, and we'd come out of a band context where we'd all been listening to this, we'd learned the songs and learned to play the songs with each other, but when you're truly improvising as a group, you have to listen to what everybody else is doing, and that allows you to write a piece as you're going along, and once you've done it for a while, it feels very natural. When I listen back to our first few records, which were essentially recordings of 3-hour rehearsals cut down, then I can hear the first few times we played together, there was all this kind of, not so much uncertainty, but almost too much freedom. Like, what do you do? And the more we did it, the more we grew to trust each other, and we knew that the other people in the room weren't going to judge us for any mistakes we might have made, any choices which led us down paths that we hadn't planned on. And I've always found that really exciting. So what you hear in these improvisations is exactly that. It's me trusting that I know what to do, and allowing that to happen. And I like to share that with you because I'm not a shreddy guy. I'm not a speed pick or whatever. That's never really been something I've been all that interested in. It's telling a story that I don't know that I need to tell, I suppose, is the way I would put it. So I hope you enjoy this one from today. Just remember, when you're doing your own improvisation, there are no real mistakes with it, and hopefully in knowing that, it will allow you to be more free when you're doing it, because if you're not free when you're making music, then what's the point in making music? So my name is John Tron Davidson, this is Heavy Repping. I hope you enjoyed this improvisation series part 6, and I will see you soon. Rep hard, rep heavy.